Hello, everyone. Again, this is Venice with Manna for your mind, body, and soul. And this one's going to be a long one, people. I just want to warn you. Go get you some popcorn because you're going to need it, or some sorbet or something healthy, okay? Because this is really going to help you understand from self-experience what Delta 8 really does. So, I am a veteran. I was in the Army right out of high school, and I was actually a supply clerk and an armorer, 76 Yankee for Military Police Battalion. And my Army experience for the 4 years I was there was extremely traumatizing, to say the least. So I am now, at 50 years old, getting therapy to help me deal with it, because any type of PTSD, traumatic experience, will always help structure the person that you become in a lot of ways. If you don't get deliverance from it, talk through it with a therapist, it will definitely put you on a track in your life that you probably would not have gone. I can almost guarantee you would not have gone had it never happened. So, long story short, I'm in therapy for my PTSD. And 2 weeks ago, we started a new procedure where the very first meeting I had to explain in detail what happened to me during my sexual assault. And I had no idea that it would affect me the way that it did. I was just raw. If I could just explain it, people that have been sexually abused understand what that means. I was just raw. And I just needed someone to just hold me and tell me I was going to be okay. Even though I knew I was going to be okay, that's just how I was feeling. It was almost like I transported myself emotionally back to the 19-year-old girl that it happened to. And I was feeling all of her feelings. And I was just, that was a hard week. I almost quit therapy. I almost said, you know what, I can't do this. And my sister, my baby sister, who I adore, who is just very wise for her age, trying to get her to do some blogs, she told me it's therapy hangover. It happens when, therapist is, in essence, emotionally pulling that wound out, picking at it, cleaning it, trying to help you understand it, and letting it out so it can breathe and heal. That you're going to feel the after effects of that. It's like going to get your wound clean that you scraped your arm all up with. I mean, that freaking hurts, and it's going to hurt for a few days after. It's going to throb. It's going to, so that's how I was feeling. So my therapy session this time, I was like, it's not going to get me this time. My therapy session this time, I went and I took 2 Delta 8 capsules. I like the capsules because, like I said in the video about the Delta 8 capsules, they're you can gauge your dosage. Every person is different in how you react and what's strong for you and what isn't. And I learned that the capsules were the best thing for me if and when I ever needed them, because I could take, they're 10 milligrams a capsule. So I took 2. And I didn't tell my doctor right away. I was just trying to see if she would notice anything different in me as far as my enlightenment, because I'm not like sluggish or goofy, or like marijuana just makes you act like a fool, in my opinion. Please don't message me on that. But Delta 8 doesn't do that. You're still very much yourself. You're just enlightened. And so she was talking to me about things, and I think I've had maybe 4 sessions with her so far, and a lot of times I don't understand what she's saying. I don't get the analogy she's trying to give me, or I'm not quite getting, because in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm dirty, or I'm this, I'm that because of what happened. And she's trying to help my mind to see this wasn't your fault. You're not dirty. So, and for the first few sessions, I wasn't picking up what she was putting down. today I was. Today I did. And she was like, and my therapist is awesome. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if I should, but she's awesome because you can read everything on her face. And I'm good at that anyway, and you really can. So I could see her excitement and me being able to understand what she was trying to tell me. So I told her, I said, I just want you to know, and you're probably going to get angry, but I took 2 Delta 8s today. And she's like, oh. And she said, what time? And I told her about 12:30, and it was my session is at 2:30. And she's just like, and I said, tell me, why are you upset or disappointed that I took it? And she said, well, I'm not. She said, because I don't know if it's a good thing or not yet. But she said, but my first thought is it won't allow you to feel what you need to feel in order to get through this process of healing. And so I said, okay, I can get that. I said, but I don't feel numb. Like antidepressants will make you feel numb. Alcohol will make you feel numb to your pain. A lot of people turn to those things because they don't want to feel the pain that they're feeling. Cocaine and things like that, from what I understand, because I've never tried them, thank you, Jesus. But they make you feel numb to your pain. I just watched a Billie Holiday docu-story about her life, and oh my God, it just tore my heart out, what that woman went through and how she used serious drugs to just numb herself because she couldn't, they wouldn't let her release her pain the way that only way she knew how, which was singing. So she turned to drugs, and that was just heart-wrenching. So I get the numbness and why you want to feel numb, but that's not how I feel. That's not what I experienced with Delta 8 in my therapy session. What I actually felt, now hear me out, it felt like all of the strongholds that I've had in my mind due to the traumatic experience of what I went through were gone. So because they were gone, and mind you, they were buried for all these years until she not forced me, she's a very good therapist, but she coaxed me into talking about the traumatic experience and taking that Band-Aid off because that wound was just still obviously festering. So I didn't feel numb, but I didn't feel the pain. So I felt like I was able to have a clear mind so that I could receive and talk out without emotion everything that I needed to talk out today in today's session. And minus that sinking, that pain that's still there. I didn't have that. I mean, even me being able to talk about it right now is very surprising to me, trying to describe the pain. But so my therapist was like, because I was trying to explain to her, because that's her concern. She didn't want me numb, because how can I help you? And I'm like, I'm not numb. I said, listen, and I was explaining to her, right back to her, what we were talking about in today's session, and she was tickled. I promise you, when she got off the phone with me, she called some other therapists because she told me that there are actual therapists that are testing out patients with traumatic experiences, post-traumatic stress disorder, with ecstasy. Now that just made me upset because they're trying it with man-made drugs that I just don't agree with. Man-made. There are some obviously that can help in some ways, but if you don't pay attention to the side effects, most time the side effects of these man-made drugs that's trying to replace all of the natural plants, seeds, herbs that God put on this earth for us, they all have side effects. If you notice, the plants and all the things that God put in this earth that we didn't ruin, I'm not talking about wheat, because they've changed wheat, the DNA of wheat completely, so I won't even say that's not God, okay? So, but all of the things that God has put on earth for us that we have not destroyed, there are no side effects. There are no side effects for those things. Pay attention to the drugs that the doctors give you. So anyway, so she was concerned about me, having that numbness and dealing with the side effects of the way those type of drugs do. But it's not the same. Delta 8 is amazing for depression, stress, anxiety, insomnia. You will sleep like a baby. And it's not because you're drugged up and it's forcing you to sleep. It allows your mind that has just been going all day, all week, all month, all year through COVID. It just allows your mind to do what it's naturally supposed to do when you're sleeping, which is rest. It's incredible. So I'm not saying I'm cured. I will be very interested to follow up with her in my next week's session to talk about, now that she'll have had a week to think about it, and I have had a week to think about it, and to see how I feel when I get back. Because the reason I took the Delta 8 was because I was starting to dread it, like at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock this morning, and I'm thinking, what is she going to have me talk about today? Like, yay, she's going to pick on my wound. Yay. She hates when I say that. So I guess it sounds negative to her, but that's the other thing. She never experienced having a patient that is telling her how you're making me feel. This sucks. This hurts. I feel like you're digging on a wound that has been festering for years, and it is the most painful thing I've ever experienced. So she's never had anybody tell her that. So this has been a very shocking session for her, and I don't know if she can, but I'm going to see if I can interview her about my session once she's really enlightened, because I think today she's going to be like, what is this Delta 8? Because it helped me get out of Venice what needed to come out of her today, and it helped her to be able to do just that and not feel all the pain that she felt before, because that's what it is. So Delta 8 helps with pain as well. I always forget to mention that, but it does help with inflammation and backaches, neck aches. It helps with your neck is stiff and sore, and now I'm learning it helps with your emotional pain as well. Check out my website. I have some great selections for you to try. I even have samples. If you want to buy just one gummy sample to try for yourself, $10. I got you. Just so that you can try it. This natural gift from God is amazing, and it can help with depression, stress, anxiety, insomnia, pain. It's incredible. And there's a lot of other health benefits for your body as well, which I don't have on my piece of paper right now, but I'm just talking about the emotional, because I'm so big on the mind side. I love that it's also medicinal purposes for your body as well. Mana-market.com. I hope to see you there. Thanks for listening.